So what's up, guys? It's me, Rice Cake for the win. And so um, I'm at a crazy crossroads right now. I have my interview for the new job on Friday in the morning, and I have just got notified that there's 2 new positions opening up at Schneider, both local. One's for the intermodal rail yard, which I always wanted to do, and Sprouts account, farmers market, and stuff like that. I think I mentioned it in the previous video. I'm here at El Monte now. This is where I would be based out of if I take the rail yard job for Schneider here. And the other one would be based out of Colton, California, close to San Bernardino, right in between Rialto and San Bernardino. And I got this other job that's out of Ontario. That's the interview on Friday. The Sprouts account and the account, or the job that I'm interviewing for, they're pretty much the same thing. Just the Sprouts account is you're using a reefer, you're hauling perishables, and you're not touching the freight. You're basically just dropping the ramp or backing up to the dock, and someone does the unloading for you. They're on salary, so they won't get any raises. That's the only problem. They won't get any raises. And that's the same thing with the rail yard. They're kind of like capped off at like around 54,000, 55,000. And so I'm looking at that. Also looking at this other position. I'm already going to be making double of what if I do get hired. I'm not saying I'm hired, but if I do get hired, I'll be making pretty much double of what I'm making right now, which is 100% on top of what I made last year. And I don't know, it's confusing. And I don't know what I want, and I prayed already about it, and I'm just gonna basically go to the interview on Friday, pray that God opens that door of opportunity for me, and if somehow my breath stinks, the person doesn't like me, ask me about the bad attitude I gave him on the phone when he first called, and so on and so forth, then I have the 2 backup plans, which is intermodal and Sprouts account. So it's a lot of people at first. I remember when I first started looking for a job, when I first got my Class A, it was like hard. It was, all there was OTR. Very hard to find a job unless you live out in Texas and they got those oil fields out there. They'll hire anyone. But me, it was hard, like, to find local work especially. It's really hard with no experience. So now it's like opportunities knocking left and right, and the hard part is choosing which one's best for me. So if you decide to get into this industry, as long as you have a good record, you can have a good resume. When I mean by good resume, I'm talking about you're not fighting with your managers. You have a solid work history. You're not jumping from company to company. And your performance as well. So if you have all those ducks lined up, within a year and a half or so, a year, jobs will come knocking at your door, and it would be a lot easier to find a job from 6 months of experience. If you have that 1 year mark, no preventables, or like one preventable or something like that. The goal is not to have any. Um, you're a good driver for the company. People speak highly of you. Then it's gonna be no problem finding a job, because right now that's where I'm at, and I'm trying to find what's best for not just me but my soon-to-be wife. We're getting married in April, and we're gonna be moving to the Inland Empire, so that's where all the truck driving jobs are at. But like I said, if you decide to come into this industry and you wait a year, you go OTR or whatever, you do your thing for a year, I'll tell you right now, the job opportunities are endless. There's always going to be a need for drivers. We have the only job that can't be exported. One of the only jobs that can't be exported, because it's a trade. And you guys that work in offices, if you're working in an office right now and you're watching this video, your job can be exported. All you do is sit on a computer and punch in numbers on an Excel sheet. They'll go ahead and ship that job overseas to some dude in India and pay him 1/10 of what you make. Corporate America cashing it in, capitalism cashing in the bank, laughing all the way to the bank while you try to fight for the next job that pays you $25 an hour in an office. Oh, you work in a factory, manufacturing job? Oh, pretty solid, but it's easy for that big corporate America to transfer those jobs over to Mexico, over to Canada. I know some of our Ford parts come from China, come from Asia. So it's like, your job is not secure either. Your job could very well be transferred over. I know, yeah, you got the workers union and stuff like that, which is the only thing that's holding everything together. But in all honesty, it's like your job could very well be easily shipped back into Asia. I go to, you go to Hesperia, there's this huge empty warehouse. I think it used to be either Rubbermaid or Sterilite. I think it was a Rubbermaid. I think it was a Rubbermaid plant. And when the economy hit, I remember reading in the newspaper that they're selling all the equipment, and guess who bought all the equipment? China. An investor in China bought all the equipment, opening a factory over there. Now he has people making 1/20th of what the workers made up in California, Hesperia, and we're buying it. Walmart's buying it. Walmart, whatever companies out here are buying those products, and we're buying it. We see no difference. All we know is that we want cheap stuff. So be rest assured that our job, the trucking industry, the driving industry, is truly one of the last blue collar American jobs out there that we can't export. America needs trucks. America needs its drivers, its truck drivers. And I'm seeing it right now. There's a huge shortage. The reason of the huge shortage, you guys, the new guys that are watching these videos, are enamored by the road style lifestyle. Being out on the road, Lone Ranger, asphalt cowboy, whatever you want to call it. But reality is, I looked at the statistics. 1 in 10 of you will keep your job past 6 months. That means there is a 10% or 90% depreciation rate. That means only 1 of you are going to stay in the industry, and another 9 are going to go back to whatever they had before. They're going to just throw trucking out the window overall. That's 6 months. And that number drops to 100 after a year. That means you guys won't stay after a year. So, job security. That's why there's a huge shortage. No one's willing to put in the time and the hard work and the effort for at least a year. They always talk to the guys working at FedEx, UPS, all these local guys, and they're making, X amount of dollars, 60, 70,000, $80,000 a year, but they're not willing to put in the time for a year to work for $20,000, $30,000. They're not willing to stay out on the road for 2-3 weeks at a time, 4 weeks at a time. They want, that's the problem with working at an office, working at another, corporate America job. People want to set, for sure, a guarantee. I want to get paid this much hourly. I want to get paid hourly, so I could goof around, play Candy Crush on the computer all day and still get paid. And then waste my money, go out drinking the next night, on Friday night, and blow all my money. Out here in trucking, you actually have to freaking work for your money. You have to run the miles, you have to put in the time, you have to back up. Everything that you're doing, you're working for your money. And I put my time in. 1.5 years. Not once did you, like you'll start seeing some videos. I posted up some videos of me just, letting out some steam. It's a job. But not once have you heard me say I want to quit. Not once you saw me saying I'm throwing in the towel. Because I knew that at the end, if I decide to put in the hard work, it will be rewarding, and it's showing. So word of advice for you guys that are looking into coming into the trucking industry: it's not easy. It is not easy. It's a meat grinder. It's sandpaper. It's like a sandpaper belt. It'll grind at you and sand off whatever you have on you. It'll spit you right out. And those guys, you see them on Trucker Report all the time, and they talk smack about every single company. You'll see them on Trucker Report with the freaking 3-page long complaint about a company. Then you get rookies like you watching these videos, and you feed off of that. You're like, oh, I heard this company's horrible. Well, have you ever worked for that company? Yeah, I understand you don't have to work for them to know that they're bad, but you just have to. Unless you work for that company, you really have no say on how they treat you. So that's why I tell all my viewers, and you know very well, I say it all the time: do your research. Do your research. See which companies best fits you. And not one time have I took $1 of what's that called? I never took any driver referral money. Never. I'm not like I know there's one YouTuber out there. He does it, because he wants to support his family. That's cool. But me personally, I don't do it because I don't want to be held responsible if you come to this company and you hate it. Then you'll start bashing me, oh, rice cake for the win, or Mike, took my money and blah blah blah. That's all he's in it for the money. Nah. You very well know that what I said, and I'm sticking to it. So, with that said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing these videos on the laptop, and I got one outlet up there. If you guys work for Schneider, you know what that outlet is. It's right next to the water cooler. So I'm gonna try to get it Anyways, guys, take care. God bless. Yeah, I'll let you guys know what's up. All right. Keep me in your prayer. I'll probably be uploading this video after the interview because I won't be getting home until Friday anyways, or Thursday. So anyways, guys, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you later.